come into the game down by 1 in the third quarter. What did you see from him when he came into that game in that tough situation? And do you believe him when he says he wasn't nervous?
Yeah, I honestly do. Again, there's a lot of credit that needs to go to Dwayne and his preparation throughout the week. He's very calm and cool when he's back there. I told him the resemblance of Michael Vick and wearing Southern and whatnot. But the kid's a gifted freak athlete. I mean, when you see what he did, 3rd and 17, 3rd and 11, whatever the case was, and he's able to convert on that as a 19, 20-year-old young man. That's incredible. So again, I told him, I just say, trust the offensive line, trust us, we're getting our jobs done up front. You just make good decisions and don't turn the ball over.
Did you see what happened to JT at the beginning of the game, apparently with the cameraman, and how did you feel he reacted early on to being injured, I guess?
JT reacted
at the beginning of the game when
so yeah, I did not have a chance to see it. I heard it was behind our O-line bench itself. It's always disappointing to hear whatever the case is and whatever the circumstances around that was. But JT said he was fine. JT is, again, if something was bothering him, you couldn't tell. So again, he knows, and he is such a true warrior, a true leader that didn't allow it to affect him in his play because we had to go out there and go get a victory tonight.
The whole team know?
There was murmurs on the sideline, but nothing for sure what actually happened.
All right, Austin.
Billy, you talked about the value of that 5 setup gold pants, a perfect 4-0 record when you play. This one seems like it might have been the hardest one to come by. Does that make it more meaningful than the others, or how would you evaluate today?
Yeah, I'd say last year's was a lot harder to come by. I guess I can go on a limb on making that statement, but this one was, again, it is a tough and gritty game. Again, you're playing a team up north. It's a rivalry. They're very talented front seven. 2 guys are going to be highly NFL likely. So you see a lot of those things. But again, we had a good preparation, good work week. A lot of distractions, obviously, the holiday weekend. Everything going on around the country. But again, guys stay focused. Guys were disciplined to it. Understood that they had to get the job done. And you go into a game like this and you let it all out. And that's what makes it fun about the rivalry and the game against the team up north. Anything can happen, and these games are always gritty. So.
Last question for Billy, right up front, Tim.
Billy, you guys had -6 total yards in the first quarter, and then flip the switch or you flip the script a little bit and stuff. What just kind of came right, you think, as this game went on with you guys up front? You rushed for 226 yards as a team against this team.
I think the big thing is I always talk about you got to establish inside line, you got to establish the run between the tackles. That helps the pass game, that helps the outside run game. And we're doing a lot of outside run game first. And again, it's our coaches' decisions. Again, we're doing our job. The team up north, they did some incredible things on defense. We got a lot of respect, a lot of credit to them. That forced us to change our game plan and go inside. Put the game on the offensive line and go get those tough 4 or 5 yard gains rather than always trying to hit a home run all the time. So again, a lot of credit to our coaches for making the changes. And we got complete trust. And looking forward to next week.
Great. Billy.